Hi love, welcome back. In today's class you're making those beautiful easy crochet mesh shorts. If you're new to the channel, my name is Miss Ai and you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you my love, thank you darling, thank you baby for always coming back. This shorts is for a size extra small, but I'll guide you to make your desired fit. Let's get right into class. I'm going to be using this 40-gram fingering yarn, so I'll be doubling my yarn as you know, and a 3.5 mm hook. You can use any medium weight yarn you desire. So to begin with, you're going to make a slip knot, and the length of the shorts is pretty much the same because it's a booty short, but if you're making for extra large, consider chaining 72, but if you're making for a small medium, consider chaining 68. After your 68 chains, you're going to yarn over and you're going to skip 6 stitches, and inside the 7th stitch you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to chain 2, so this counts as a double crochet, chain 2. So you're going to chain 2, you're going to skip 2 stitches, and inside the 3rd stitch you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and inside the 3rd stitch you're going to make a double crochet. So this is the pattern for row 1. Chain 2, skip 2, make a double crochet in the 3rd stitch, and you're going to keep repeating this until the end of the row. With the size extra small, I got 21 boxes or 21 tiny squares at the end of the row. But again, if you're making for extra large, consider get like 22, 23. So row 2, you are going to chain 6. Turn your work. You are going to skip that very first chain 2 space, so you realize I've made a double crochet there, but I untie the work, so you are going to skip that and make a double crochet in the next chain 2 space. Chain 2, make a double crochet in the following chain 2 space, chain 2, make a double crochet in the next chain 2 space. So row 2 is chain 2 and make double crochet in the chain 2 spaces, and you are going to repeat this until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to make a double crochet in the last chain 6 space, and again you are going to chain 2 and make a double crochet in the 3rd stitch of your chain 6 space. Now you are going to chain 6 again, turn your work. You are going to skip that very first box, and inside the 2nd stitch or inside the 2nd chain 2 space, just like this, you make a double crochet. So this is what you're going to do for the first row, right? So you're going to chain 2, make a double crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 2, make a double crochet in the chain 2 space, and you're going to repeat this until the end of the row. So chain 2, make a double crochet in the chain 2 space, and repeat this until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to make a double crochet in the chain 6 space, chain 2 again. So make a double crochet in the chain 6 space, chain 2, and make a double crochet in the 3rd stitch of our chain 6. So the chain 6 is a double crochet, chain 2. There you go. So you're going to chain 6 again, turn your work. You are going to skip the very first box or the very first chain 2 space, and inside the next you are going to make a double crochet. Chain 2, make a double crochet in the next chain 2 space, chain 2, make a double crochet in the next chain 2 space, and you're going to keep repeating this until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you're going to make a double crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 2 again, and make a double crochet in the third stitch of the chain 6 space. You're going to chain 6 again, turn your work. You're going to skip the very first box or the very first chain 2 space, and inside the second you're going to make a double crochet. You're going to chain 2, make a double crochet in the next stitch, and you keep repeating this until the end of the row. At the end of the row, remember, you make a double crochet, chain 2 again, and a double crochet inside the chain 6 space. So for the extra small, I made 22 rows. If you're making for a size small, consider making 25 rows, and if you're making for a size medium, consider making 28 or 29 rows, and if you're making for a size large, consider making 31 rows. So this is extra small, and I made 22 rows. So this is what your work should be looking like. Now we are going to be making the clutch, and we are going to chain 6. After you are done with your desired rows, you are going to chain 6, turn your work. You are going to skip the very first box and make a double crochet in the next, chain 2, make a double crochet again in the following, chain 2, make a double crochet. So you are going to make a double crochet in 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you're making for a size extra large, consider making 6, right? So count 6 boxes. Now you are going to chain 6, turn your work. You are going to skip the very first chain 2 space, and inside the next you are going to make a double crochet. Chain 2, make a double crochet in the next, chain 2, make a double crochet in the next, chain 2, make a double crochet in the chain 6 space, and chain 2 and make a double crochet in the third stitch of our chain 6. That is row 2 of the clutch, and with the clutch you are going to only make 3 rows. If you're making for a size large or extra large, consider making 4, but if you're making for a size extra small to medium, consider making 3 rows for the clutch. So you're going to repeat the same exact way for the third row of the clutch, and you're going to chain 2 inside the chain 3 space. You're going to make a double crochet, and this is the third row. So you're going to chain 1 after that, cut and fasten your yarn. You're going to turn to the other side of the work and repeat the same exact step for the clutch. So I'm going to guide you through again to make the other side. So you are going to make a slip knot and connect it at the bottom of your work, and you are going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are going to turn your work, and you are going to skip the very first chain 2 space, and inside the next you are going to make a double crochet. You are going to chain 2. So this is your one box. You are going to make a double crochet in the next. This is your second, and you are going to keep making double crochets until you have 5 tiny squares. So this is my third, 4, and the last one, chain 2 and make a double crochet. So this is your 5. After your 5, you are going to chain 6, turn your work. You are going to skip the very first box, and you are going to make double crochet in the next, chain 2, make double crochet in the next, and you are going to keep repeating this until you have your 3 rows for the clutch. So chain 6 again, and repeat the last row, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my last row. So after this first panel, you're going to repeat the same exact thing for the second panel. So however chains you started for this, you're going to repeat the same exact for the second panel. And go ahead and work your second panel, and I'll meet you when I have my second panel completed, and we shall proceed. So this is what your work should be looking like. Now this is my second panel completed, and this is what the work is looking like. Now we are going to be sewing our work or connecting the works together, but to begin with, we will start off with the clutch area. We are going to attach together. So again, if you are done with the second panel, don't cut and fasten your yarn. You can just leave the yarn for joining. So as you can see, I have a lot of loose ends. So connect your yarn at the top and connect it to the chain 1 and connect it to the other side of the clutch and make a slip stitch. So here I'm just trying to organize my loose ends. So you are going to chain 2, and inside the front panel, you are going to be starting with the front panel. The very first chain 2 space, you are going to make a single crochet. Chain 2. Inside the back panel, the very first chain 2 space, you are going to make a single crochet. Chain 2. Inside the very second chain 2 space, you are going to make a single crochet. Inside the second chain 2 space of the back panel, you make a single crochet. Chain 2. Inside the third space of the front panel, make a single crochet, and repeat that for the back. Inside the fourth, make chain 2, and you're going to keep alternating between chain 2 single crochet in the both front and back panel till the end. At the end, place your last single crochet inside the third stitch of the chain 6 space and repeat at the back panel as well with a slip stitch. You are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. So you are going to attach the other panel the same way as you did for this, and we shall meet when you are done attaching the other side. Again, with the attaching, just attach it at the wrong side of your work. So turn your work to the wrong side. All the sides are pretty much equal, but just choose where you want to be your front, and that side should be inside, and work from the wrong side of your work. So now the panel is pretty much like aligning. We can see the shape and everything. You are going to place a stitch marker at where we join our stitches, so you can know the exact middle of your panels. So join the 2 panels together at the middle, and this is what the work looks like. Now you are going to choose between where you want it to be the front of your shorts and the back of your shorts. So where you want it to be the front, you are going to start attaching from that side round to the back. So now on top, you are going to skip 2 chains and attach in the third stitch and chain 1, and in the other panel again skip 2 and attach in the third stitch with a slip stitch. There you go. Now you are going to chain 2 inside the first chain 2 space, or inside the front panel you are going to make a single crochet, chain 2, and inside the first chain 2 space of the back panel you are going to make a single crochet, chain 2, make a single crochet in the next chain 2 space of the front panel, and repeat that in the back panel. Chain 2 again inside the third stitch of the front panel, make a single crochet, chain 2, and repeat it for the back. You are going to keep repeating like this until where we place our stitch marker or get into the bottom of the work, and I shall meet you and we'll go through from there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel up until this point, my love, my darling, my baby, if not done well, please do. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you. So keep repeating this until the end. So this is the bottom part of our clutch, and the pattern is pretty much the same how we are connecting it, but with the bottom it gets a little trickier. So make sure your panel is very much aligned, don't skip any stitch, and keep making single crochet in the front panel, chain 2, single crochet, and the back panel. And we are working in opposite direction with a chain 2 space. So we get to the stitch marker area, and you're going to take your stitch marker, chain 2 inside where we connected, make a single crochet, chain 2 in the back panel, make a single crochet, chain 2. So you are working all round up until the very beginning or at the top of your panel again. So we are connecting it all round. So keep repeating this until the end, and I shall meet you at the end of the row. So single crochet, chain 2, attach it in the front panel, single crochet at the back panel, chain 2, and keep alternating. This is how we connect our work. So when you get to the end, so the chain 6 space, you are going to make a single crochet and make chain 2 and make a single crochet again. Now you are going to skip 2, and in the third stitch you are going to make a single crochet, chain 2, and again skip 2, and in the third stitch you are going to slip stitch, chain 2, and this is how your work should be looking like. So you are going to stretch, and you can barely tell we have attached the 2 panels together. So this is the beauty of attaching it with zigzag. It's pretty much blends with your work. And now we are going to be making the waist. So you are going to chain 2 inside each boxes, or inside each tiny squares. You're going to make 2 double crochets. So make 2 double crochets in the next tiny box, make 2 double crochets in each of the squares all around until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch on top of the chain 2 space, and now you are going to chain 1, and we are going to be working from the right side. Now turn your work and place single crochet in each stitch all around until the end of the row. So this is pretty much the end of your shawls, and this can be done within 3 hours. So it's a quick kind of just fix yourself quick. You can make about 4 pieces in a day, and it's so beautiful. The pattern is so beautiful. So you are going to first and cut and fasten all loose ends. So just make sure it's tight so it doesn't unravel. So sew in all loose ends, and I'll meet you when I'm done sewing in all my loose ends. And now this is how your work should be looking like. Again, make the turn to the right side, make your lazy girl strand, like put 4 straps together and make a very long chain, and now attach it to the waist of your shawls for adjustment. So this is the strands for adjustment, and I'm going 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out all around the work until the very beginning. And now this is what the work should be looking like, and we are done. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a heart sign under the comment section. Let us know how many hours you finished or you were able to complete this piece. It will be so nice to know. So I completed this in 2.5 hours. So let us know how many hours you also completed yours, and let me know how many you were able to do in a day. Until we meet next week, my love, my darlings, my baby is bye-bye.